Around the time the pandemic hit, a good friend of mine got me involved in a new outdoor activity. I won't mention the activity by name because it can elicit a very strong emotional response from some people, and I want to be respectful to everyone's feelings. So let's just say it involves a lot of hiking, tracking, observation, and if you're successful, a delicious meal at the end of it all. Now, I'm still new to this, so I've yet to enjoy that delicious meal, but I've gained a ton of knowledge. And if you've watched any of my previous posts, you'll know that I always try to apply what I learned in one part of my life to other parts, or more specifically, to the procurement and negotiation part. So what did I learn? Well, I learned that you'll never find an animal where you find its tracks. In fact, the reason you're seeing the tracks in the first place is because that animal heard you, saw you, or smelled you coming. So the tracks don't tell you where the animal is, but they do provide a lot of useful information like what kind of animal is it, how big, how many, how recently did it pass by, and most importantly, where it's heading. And that information can be used to make a plan. And if you execute the plan correctly, delicious meal. Okay, but how does this help us in negotiations? Well, too many times I've seen folks go into that first meeting with a supplier and come out all dejected because they didn't get everything they wanted in the deal. Or internal clients scratching their heads and pressuring the procurement team because we can't close $1 million deal in 2 weeks. But if we understand, and we help our internal clients understand that we need to first figure out where the supplier is going with their proposal and then make a plan to meet them at a point where the deal makes sense for us as well, that's where we're going to find success. That's a point at which we can table a mutually beneficial agreement, and everyone enjoys a delicious meal. So now the proverbial, or in some cases literal, $1 million question: how do you read those tracks and make a plan, a negotiating strategy? Well, at the risk of oversimplifying, you need to do 3 things. First, get your bearings. Figure out where you are. What's your current state? How important is this thing you're negotiating for to your business? Next, figure out where you're going. When do you need it? How much are you willing to pay? And then put together your negotiating strategy. And it's important that your strategy not only lays out the steps you need to take, but also defines what success means to you, your stakeholders, and your organization. Now, I've put together a 1-page strategy template that I provide as part of my negotiation course. But since it's the holiday seasons, for this month only, I'll share the template with anyone who's interested. Just type strategy into the comments and I'll get a copy over to you. And if you're interested in learning more about negotiation, check out the training page on our website, oneviewnow.com, or reach out to me directly if you're interested in our corporate training program.